What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Chrissyy Talks. Y'all can call me Chrissyy, and let's go ahead and jump right into this. So, I'm not gonna lie, this shit got me mad because I had to re-listen to all this bullshit and take my notes, and it is just so ignorant. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The other day, rapper Asian Doll gets kicked off of a podcast called the Fresh and Fit Podcast. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard this podcast before yesterday, but apparently the co-hosts are assholes, and honestly, I'm gonna double down on that statement after watching a few of their clips. Now, one of the co-hosts, Myron Gaines, was in the middle of telling another guest star to stop having their side conversations. Asian kind of called him out and said that he was being mean, and that's when he eventually told her to get the fuck out.
Guys, sidebar conversations, please.
All right. What about
I've told you this is like, this is like the fifth time I've told you that, right?
Yes.
6th time.
Like, stop. For real, like, stop.
He mean as fuck.
No, I'm just keeping it real, man. Like, you haven't been here.
I
So
don't
you
give a
haven't
fuck
seen
about none of that shit. Yeah, it's the whole show. Come on.
Yeah, she's been doing it the whole show. I'm not mean as fuck. I just have rules. Simple.
All right, go ahead.
It's podcast.
Damn.
What I look for in a man in club, that's like approaching me.
Hold on. Excuse me?
You mean?
I'm not mean at all.
Okay, I don't care.
Have you been here the whole time?
No.
All right, then. So you don't know what was
I
happening,
don't
right?
give a fuck.
Okay, then. So how you going to come on somebody's show, not know what go down, and say, oh, you're mean?
It don't matter. I can say what I want.
Okay, well, you can get the fuck off the show, too.
I don't give
Get
a fuck.
off the show, too.
Man. What? Chill out, bro.
Listen, don't do me like
Nah,
that.
you can go.
Chill. She ain't
You're
gotta
not going to come on the platform disrespectful.
Nah, chill, bro. She ain't gotta go nowhere.
No, she
Chill.
could go.
Chill, bro.
I don't have to.
Chill.
Come on, baby. We don't have to be this mean.
give
We
a
could
fuck.
all be.
Listen.
Come on.
Chill out, bro.
Let's calm
I'm
down.
sorry.
He's hot. I'm calm.
No, I'm very calm, but it's like, bro, you got to show a little bit of respect on the platform.
It's cool,
respect.
bro.
You talking about
Chill.
shit. I say you mean. It is what it is. What the fuck you want me to say?
That's
You
not the truth,
mean,
though.
You mad about I said mean? You grown as hell.
Well,
Yeah, well.
Okay. So earlier on the show,
Fuck.
there's a little back and forth. So he was just telling her to chill because it was like 5 times we told her to like chill.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay, but I said he mean. Why he want to stop the shit?
Well,
do some dramatic.
because you don't know what was going on.
we are
I
hosting
don't
the show.
know.
It's good, though, bro. Hey,
Why would
yo.
that piss you off?
Chill, bro. All right. We all right. We good.
He want a
I mean,
moment. Get us slow.
We good. Let's keep going, bro. We all
I want to
right.
leave.
Let's keep the
No,
baby.
don't
You
leave,
got
please.
I won't.
Please.
Okay, just like from here on out, like please,
on his
one
ass,
at a
he's
time
tripping.
because we're going
Yeah,
to the show
we'll
right now.
start
Okay?
it over. I
'Cause
promise I won't say nothing. I promise.
This is the 5th time.
Okay.
You said that last time.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, let's start
Go
it
ahead.
over. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Listen, dude. Listen. Don't let them dollars fool you.
All right.
Oh, I'm banned
Super
now?
chats and then
That's
we'll
Nah.
do,
I'm just talking in general. Don't get
the
me beat up.
calculator.
But
No. We'll end the show after this.
After this, okay, cool.
Yeah, 20 and up.
Netty pot.
Nutty pot for tomorrow
That's
morning.
messed up.
I need one. Venmo me or send it to me via Uber Eats. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, we got Dixie Normus.
Thank you.
$10 says, girl, 2 away from Myron is Freshina. Okay. We got DJ says, Dan, when Asian Law sat down, shimmy all other girls look busted. You up? All right, later. All right, girl 2 away from Myron is Freshina. Okay, cool. And then we got best of one in the back.
They can't even pay attention to the damn screen.
Damn. Cool. So we're gonna end this show here shortly. And Chris.
I'm a huge fan.
Chris. Let's close up.
Yeah, good decision to roll out Asian. Don't come on someone's show not knowing what's going on and speak it down on the host. Respect the show. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
First time donating, just say Myron is a real one. Don't change for nobody. Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. We don't change. I don't even know who she is, so I don't care.
That's King Von girl. Like, you know who King Von is?
No, I know who King Von is, but
Okay,
I mean,
you should know who his girl is.
I don't have to know who his girl is.
It's
I
King
mean, if you're a
Von
real
because,
fan,
like,
to be honest.
hold on. The fact you said it's King Von's girl instead of it was her.
Yeah, that tells you
it-
right
like,
there
that
all
tells
you
you
need to know.
everything. It's
I
King
don't
Von,
know
bro.
who she is, and I don't care.
Yeah, it's King Von, man.
You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
So,
Yeah.
all right, anything else? We caught up? All right.
Cool.
With that said, guys, thank you for coming in, watching the show. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video on the way out.
I can understand his frustration of having this podcast episode and continuously having side conversations, continuously having to tell people to stop having side conversations, like stop talking while I'm talking. I get it. And I understand that he had to have said this multiple times. Obviously that's gonna be frustrating. However, there's definitely a way to say the shit, you know what I mean? The way that he was talking, from his tone to his wording, was just very degrading, very offensive, and just overall nasty. Asian wasn't wrong for calling him mean, because he really was. As she later on stated, she's not gonna sit there while he's just gonna double down on this black woman like that. I can understand his frustration, but the way that he went about it was definitely 1000% wrong, and he should have been called out by it. Now, after this clip was going around, a lot of people were congratulating Asian for keeping her cool, which she definitely did, because if it was me, child, we would have straight up been fighting on that podcast episode. Now, in response to the positive backlash, Asian had this to say. I was so calm yesterday because I knew what he was trying to do. Mr. Freddy Cougar was finna get beat down Elm Street off camera. I'm thankful for the growth and self-control, and I'm happy I defended another black woman because he was treating her so bad. Ugh. Someone said, Asian really kept her cool on the podcast. She was on his ass but wasn't really on his ass. She said, yeah, it's 2022, we ain't doing all that. Someone else said, I was so damn proud of you. I was watching like, oh my gosh, you finna flip this damn table over. You did so good. Asian said, thanks sis, Stasia Mack taught me well. Which I definitely agree. I feel like Asian really kept her cool and really did a good job not going crazy, because I was also expecting her to, you know, clap back, but she just did her thing and calmly left, and she didn't really have to do anything because the internet did it for her, child. Unfortunately for Myron, he was not feeling what everyone was saying, and he had this to say on his story. He said, we live in a clown world where a man can no longer tell rude and disrespectful guests to leave his home and platform. Mind you, he said a man. She came late and made an incorrect assumption. When I explained my reasoning, she doubled down and said, you a mean ass nigga, followed by I don't care and I don't give a fuck and I can say what I want. To all the simps talking smack, watch the entire podcast from last night before you make low IQ comments. Asian reposted his story and said, I didn't call you no mean ass nigga. Why would I do that and you're not even black? You're mad because you thought you had a viral moment by being disrespectful to black females all the time, and the internet just flipped the script on your whack ass. You shouldn't have even posted that clip. It's your own fault. You're getting dragged. And you lied when I left and said you don't know who I am. LOL, that's cool. The world just showed you who the fuck I am. You're a clown that hates black women. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I did hear Asian say mean ass nigga. But none of that really matters because he was being mean. Now, after Asian stated that he was a clown who hated black women and has treated black women with disrespect before on his show, that's when some clips started to resurface of some questionable things that the co-hosts have made surrounding dating black women.
What about the black dating app called Black?
Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so last one, guys.
So later on, there's another clip where the co-hosts respond to the preference that they're talking about. They try to act like all they said was, I don't date black women like that. But when you listen to this clip, they say things like Shaniqua, LaQuisha, I'm not down with the brown. They don't date night riders. The exception to the black women they date are red bone, meaning light skin. I'm not down with the dark. Like, do y'all hear this shit? Okay. We're gonna talk about it. Let's keep on going. In the midst of all this, Asian actually posted a change.org petition petitioning to take down the Fresh and Fit podcast that claims to be the quote-unquote #1 men's podcast in the world, which I think says a lot. She is asking to remove this unprofessional podcast. I honestly might link it down below. Let me know if you guys want that link. It's probably already gone to its initial goal of 2,500 signatures by now. Now, more controversial clips arose surrounding their thoughts on dating black women, and this is what the other co-host, Walter Weeks, had to say.
I don't really date black girls. It's not because like most black girls are like annoying, how to put this, ratchet, and they don't know how to like be reserved. You're like the complete opposite.
You are not the stereotype. You are not the stereotype.
You are not the same. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll give you that compliment too.
What's your Instagram?
Again, I'm about to play out the clip where they act like all they said was, I don't prefer to date black women. But you have Walter here talking about most black women are annoying, are ratchet, they're not preserved. And honestly, I know the girl on this clip didn't do anything wrong per se, but her saying aw to their complimenting her saying that she's not a stereotypical black woman did not sit right with me, honestly. Like, I felt like that was her place to say, I'm not even gonna take that compliment, like that back ass handed compliment, because you basically came for, you know, my people, you know what I mean? Now here's the clip where they respond to all this backlash and they talk about their quote unquote preferences.
When it comes to dating and your personal preferences, no one bats an eye. When women say I want a man that's 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah, 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 those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey man, I don't date black girls like that. Oh, God.
You hate black women.
How dare you?
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
My mom's black, your mom's black.
Yeah.
My sister's black. Like, bro, we just have a preference.
If we hated black women, would we bring African American women and black women on the show?
Okay, but
all the time?
the question.
Let me finish.
Okay.
We would not if we had an issue with them. Our dating preferences are our preferences. Just like you have the prerogative as a woman to date a man that makes a certain amount of money, a height, income, whatever it is, no one bats an eye. We are free to choose who we want to hook up with and date. Like, what the hell? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a preference.
Y'all, you might hear my Haitian mother in the background. Just ignore it. Alright, so let's talk about personal preference, because I've said this so many times on my channel and I'm gonna keep on saying this. The word preference literally means a greater liking of one thing over the other. But the main issue is it no longer is a preference when you step over a line into discrimination. Now at that point, you're being discriminative and you're trying to justify your quote-unquote preference using stereotypes, which further proves that what you're talking about is not a preference. It's literally deeply rooted in some hatred you have for a black woman and possibly yourself and your fucking mother. Now let's talk about women could have preferences. They have preferences about height, about money. The money, it's like, it's not the same thing. Don't get me wrong, there are levels of, you know, preferences in terms of financial status that steps into being shallow or being a gold digger. But generally speaking, like, if I want my man to have a job, for example, like I want him to make a certain amount of money, that's for my stability. You know what I mean? That's for stability in our relationship, stability for my man, stability for our kids, stability for our future, and being able to pay our fucking bills depending on the lifestyle that we have. So honestly, him bringing up money doesn't really make any sense in the situation. Now let's talk about height and stuff. I made a whole video of women body shaming men, right? And women have their preferences in terms of, like, in that video I mentioned things like dick size, height, and hairline. Yep, mom, keep talking louder. We want to hear your conversation. Now, honestly, to me, it would be more of a preference for people to be like, I would prefer a tall man, but, you know, I'm fine with a shorty. Sometimes it's not like that. I have a whole theory of why height sometimes plays a factor, but y'all can just check out my video if you want to know more about that. But again, even if a woman was like, oh, I'd rather date a tall man, it's a preference until it steps into the line of discriminating short men. Like, you could have a preference without tearing down the latter option, you know what I mean? So when you say things like I'm not down with the Brown and Knight Rider, Shaniqua and LaQuisha, like, where does this that's where it you could do so it absolutely stops being a preference and starts being very motherfucking offensive. And like I've been saying earlier on in this video, Myron tries to say I don't date black girls like that. Like, you did not just say that. You said all this other shit and offended a lot of fucking women. And I feel like he needs to own up to that shit instead of very much so riding the wave of him being a man and him not being allowed to say certain things. It's not about you being a man, it's about you being a motherfucking douche. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm actually tight about this because as a black, oh my god, like, and this shit really gets me emotional because as a black woman, as a dark-skinned woman, like, we haven't been loved all this time, you know what I mean? Like, people literally will call us ugly, dark, ratchet, nasty, ghetto, and really we are motherfucking queens. Like, it's really sick, you know what I mean? Like, it's giving mental illness at this point to not see the greatness in a black woman, and that's their loss, honestly. And if I was their mother, I wouldn't like their asses either. And I think I can speak to all Shaniquas and LaQuishas when I say we do not want y'all either. And if y'all cannot recognize the greatness of a black woman, that is fine. You are no longer invited to the cookout. And it's funny because this isn't the first time that Asian Doll has called out an influencer for not liking black women. Last person that she said that to was Nikita Dragon, and you know, she has said some problematic shit as well. And it's just crazy, like, the hatred when we are the blueprint, when we are fucking queens. I feel like I just had to say this to any black woman watching, any black little girl watching. You are beautiful. Duh. Like, bitch, like, I can't even. Like, we are great, okay? We are one of God's greatest creations. Like, and honestly, the world would be so much more lost without black women, which is why I try not to even trip on ignorant ass comments like that, because they have to live with their self-hatred, honestly. Y'all, I could keep on going on and on and on about this shit and just get more, you know, frustrated, but I ain't even gonna do y'all like that. All I'm gonna say is what they're saying is not a preference. What they're saying is discriminative. One of the last things I'm gonna say is I cannot stand when a black man especially says, I don't like to date black women, I don't like black women, whatever the case, and it's my preference. Like, bitch, it's not a preference. Like, there is a reason why you don't like this shit. There's colorist reasonings, there's literally history that goes behind this shit that embedded into our brains that lighter skin is better. dark skin is bad, dark skin is ghetto, and etc. Like, it's actually a problem. Like, it's really a problem that's been fucking with us for hundreds of years. And the fact that with the knowledge that we have today and the more freedom that we have today, to still be stuck in this mindset is really just sad, especially as a grown man. I know I'm going off, but like, this is just so ridiculous and it's really hurtful at this point. Like, this shit is trash. Like, it's really trash and disgusting, honestly. I'm proud for Asian Doll for keeping her cool, because I can't even, y'all. I cannot even. Whew. I think we need a breather, okay? And we're gonna end with some positivity, because like I said, black queens, we are great. If that said, there's really not much to say about it. And I think we need to carry on our days with our heads high, ignoring ignorant comments like these, okay? Y'all, that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down what you guys think below. What do you guys think about how Asian Doll handled the situation? What do you guys think about the comments of Myron Gaines and Walter Weeks? What do you guys think about their podcast? Comment down what you guys think below. Follow me on Instagram and my Snapchat at Chrissyy Talks and H.Chrissyy, 2 S's, 2 Y's. I love and appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.
She the God,